Zits. Zits is a daily comic strip found in some newspapers, and it chronicles the problems and foibles of teenagers and the parents of teenagers. In a strip, 15-year-old Sarah is having a bad hair day, a very bad hair day. And she cries out, my hair is a mess. I can't do anything with it. I think I probably ought to just cut it all off and start over again. And her mother calmly says, Sarah, that's a good idea. Why don't you just cut it all off? In fact, I know someone who would really want your hair. And Sarah says, no one would want this mess. Who would want my hair? And so Sarah's mom hands her a little brochure called Locks of Love. Locks of Love is an organization that collects human hair and fashions them into wigs for children with cancer. And so Sarah reads this brochure, and she is deeply touched by the pictures of these kids and the stories that are printed there in the brochure about them. And so she's a little humbled and becomes quiet for a while. And after a while, her mom says, are you okay, Sarah? And Sarah says, yeah, Mom, I'm okay. I'm just having a maturity moment. Thomas Merton wrote that a child only begins to become an adult when he sees himself no longer as the center of the universe. And Jesus wants us to embrace those moments of maturity when we realize we are not the center of our world, but we are a part of our world that is much, much bigger than we are, and that we are connected to everyone on this planet because we are all the children of God, all the sons and daughters of God, brothers and sisters to each other. So, in our gospel reading today, Jesus sends out his apostles 2 by 2. He shares with them his mission of proclaiming the good news and of healing the sick and casting out demons. Now, you and I are also disciples of Jesus. And Jesus also sends us out to continue his mission in the world today. We are to do that, especially by bringing our compassion, our healing, and our service to others around us. That we are to be Christ to one another. The question that we need to ask ourselves today: how can I be Christ to those in my life today? That's a question we should ask every day of our lives, actually. How can I be Christ to others? In Jesus' day, people thought that all sickness and disease these were really caused by demons. There were demons that inhabited the earth. And if a demon got into you, then you got sick, or worse. Today, of course, we look upon things a little more scientifically. But in a way, there are demons in the world today. the demons of addiction. Addiction to alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling. Those who have these addictions consider them demons. But these are demons that can be cast out today. They can be cast out by the grace and love of God and His help, but also by the help, the concern, the compassion of others. There is hope and there is help. But Jesus sends His 12 out, and He tells them to travel lightly. They're not to take a whole lot of baggage with them, but they are to rely on the providence of God and the hospitality of the people to whom they are sent. They are to travel lightly. And so are we. We're to travel lightly too. I recall a story about a young theology student who was looking for a famous rabbi. And the rabbi was famous because of his wisdom and his holiness. And so the student searched for a long time, and finally he found out where he was, and he went to the rabbi's house. It was a very little house. And he walked in, and he was surprised at how sparsely it was furnished. And he saw only a small table and a chair, a small bed, some books, and a lantern, and that was it. So he says, "Rabbi, where's all your furniture?" And the rabbi says, "Where's my furniture? My friend, where is your furniture?" And the student said, "Well, I'm just a visitor. I'm just here temporarily. I'm just passing through." And the rabbi says, "My friend, so am I. I'm just passing through." So we are to travel lightly in our pilgrimage in this life, in our mission that Christ shares with us. And we are not to be overwhelmed by the pursuit of wealth, of power, or fame, but we are to look for the true treasures of life, the treasure of love, the treasure of forgiveness, of compassion, and of service. These are the true treasures of the heart. And so we are to travel lightly because we're just passing through. I have a little prayer that I would like to share. I entitled this prayer, "Just Passing Through." Lord, I get caught up in material things. I want things old and new. I have so many worldly thoughts, but I know I'm passing through. I'm just passing through. Why do things obsess me, Lord, when my greatest need is you? Material matters make me forget that I'm just passing through. I'm just passing through. A lot of stuff clutters up my life. My heart and mind renew. Remind me, Lord, help me to see that I'm just passing through. I'm just passing through. It's my relationships that matter most, with others and with you. Love is the most important thing, because I'm just passing through. I'm just passing through.